Hello students, today's session starts with the concept non-type template arguments. When we are designing a class template with multiple parameters, every time it is not necessary to define with generic data types. Here, some arguments are used as generic data types, and for some arguments we can directly specify the data types like int, char, float, etc. Now observe this program. Template within angular brackets class t, and we are using one size argument as integer. Here one generic data type is available as t and one specific data type is available as int. Now class array. Now t char size int n comma I. Here we defined two functions, read data and display. So here read data function is designed to read array values. Display function is designed to print array values. Now main function array. Now within angular brackets, now we are specifying the type of the elements as int and size of the array is 25. Obj. Now with the help of obj, now we call those member functions as obj.readData and obj.display. So this one non-type template arguments. Next one, member function templates. Initially, while designing a member function definition, we are using it as inline function. But every time, inline function definition is not necessary. It is also possible to define member function definition outside the class declaration. Now, while defining member function definition outside the class declaration with templates, here we use the format as template within angular brackets class t. Now function definition format, return type, class name, within angular brackets t, scope resolution operator, function name followed by within parentheses argument list, surrounded by this pair of braces which consists body of the function. This is an example program for member function template. Header files iostream.h, conio.h. Template within angular brackets class t. Now class array, open brace, t cap 25 int n. Now public colon void read data void display, and curly brace ends with a semicolon. Now we are defining these two functions outside the class template. Now the formats, template within angular brackets class t, void array within angular brackets t, scope resolution operator, read data. Now first we print a message as enter how many elements, accept n value. Now based on this n value, now we accept array values as for int I equivalent to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, c in cap I. In the same way, now we are defining display function, template within angular brackets class t, void array within angular brackets t, scope resolution operator display. Now we are printing array elements. For int I equivalent to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, c out cap I value. Now main function, void main array within angular brackets. Now we specify the elements as integer values. Then obj is object. Now obj dot read data, obj dot display. Okay. Now it's another concept, container class. So here it is possible to create one object within another class. So here, one object acts as a member of another class. Such a representation is known as container class. So with the help of container class, it is possible to form has a relationship between the classes. So in C++, two types of relations are possible: is a relationship and has a relationship. Here, has a relationship is achieved with the help of container class. Now observe, the class which contains the object and members of another class is called container class. Here, the object that is a part of another object is called contained object, whereas object that contains another object is called container object. So here two terms are possible in a container class: contained object and container object. Now observe this program for container class. So here we are creating a class as class date with three data members: day, month, year. Now the member functions, one is default constructor without specifying any code, and one parameterized constructor that accepts three arguments: int d, int m, int y. Now d is assigned to day, m is assigned to month, y is assigned to year. Now display function, here we are printing join date with day, month and year values. Now we create another class as employee, class employee. Here data members are int id, int basic salary, and one object of date class like date bd. Now is a parameterized constructor employee. It accepts these five values: I, sal, d, m, y. Here id is initialized with I, basic sal is initialized with sal. Now bd is initialized with by calling date class by passing these three arguments d, m, y. Now display function to display the values of employee id, basic salary. Now here an object bd is created for date class within employee function. Hence this statement is referred as contained object format. Here it is available in class employee, so which is a container class. Now main function employee st of, here we are pass these five values. Now this employee contains date object, hence employee format, this one container object format. Now with this object, now we call this function st.display. Okay, thank you one and all.